Yo, welcome, welcome. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Let me lower volume here. There we go. So I can hear my own voice. Let's go ahead and do some programming. I'm gonna post this in Datalog. And let's get started. I got my Jack Daniels, and let's get fucked up. Seen enough of it, heard enough of it, felt enough of it, had enough of it. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and get our product template going. Nothing actually transferred over. Give me 1 second to transfer that over to... There we go. Alright, we have that now, so that's cool. Alright, so first thing in business, I want to start getting my fuck. Don't remember where I put my... data template, there we go. Alright, so... we want to do... yeah, sure, we're gonna go... actually, let's bring this up to 1. Do this, and then we are going to do, yeah, we'll keep that. So we're gonna have, let's see, gold equals 0. Actually, we're gonna give them 100 to start. And we're gonna also give them alright, let me think. Yeah, sure, we can export. Let's do enums. Fuck it. Let's just get something out. now what we can do is instead of this, we can go ahead and require an or I need to actually give it a name. And fuck it, we can yeah, let's get some bangers in here. Let me move this over to the side. Seed rarity, and then we also want let's also get ourselves a hello, how's it going? I'm currently working on my game. How are you doing? Let's see. I'm just gonna give it a test modifier for now, since I don't have anything planned. I hit my auto clicker. There we go. Let me take that off. I want this probably camel case. There we go. Seed modifiers. And I want this type of, we're going to import our modifiers here. We are going to have modifiers, and then we are going to have a number attached to it as the count. Modifiers let in them. That should be good. I think that's all I need for right now. Let's see. Yeah. I just want this as a table of seed data. So what I'm doing currently is I'm just making the data store for the game. Why am I dropping so many fucking frames? Oh my god. Never mind. It's just let's see. Export type crop. I'm just gonna call it crop name. Yeah. Yeah, that's sure. We should also do cell value, and that's just a number. Yeah. We'll just do this as a table. Yeah. So now we have a basic inventory system. I don't know if I want to do something like that, and I also want to try to actually reduce the, there we go. So now we have the tutorial step that allows us to essentially track what stage of them are at the tutorial. I think. I actually want it quieter right now. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm given... Let's give him a rebirth. Rebirth is equal to just a number. I don't need to typecast that. And then let's actually call this Ascension. And then we want Evolution. Yeah, I like that. So now we're given a basic layout of what we're going to do, building this off of. Let's go ahead and start coding the, why am I, oh, I hate when this does this, because I never know how it happens. I don't know why it does that. I don't think I'm recording, but I don't know where. Like, the issue is it just sometimes likes to do this. Oh. There we go. Alright, let's, it should probably initialize everything when the player joins, right? I think that's fair. So we already have a basic system going on for when the player joins. It actually ensures that it gets its basic inputs in, but it's getting some errors. So let's go discover what that errors are. How the fuck did that happen? Why do I have breakpoints? How did that happen? I see. UI gradient 3 is not a valid member workspace. That's because I have not done anything with gradients. We'll ignore that for now. Let's see. I want to. What's the first thing on my list? Let's pull up the game design document. What could be easy to make? Quest. We can make a quest system. Yeah, I forgot about quests. Let's see here. Got a template. We're gonna make a thing for quests, active quests, and then we can actually move this up to the. And then I want to make a let's see here. we want a quest type. So, quest name. Let's see. And then export type goal is equal to goal name, goal description, goal completed is Boolean, goal progress. No, let's do goal. Yeah, goal progress. Let's do a number. And goal end is also a number. We will give a reward. Goal. So let's typecast this to be I don't need that quest. I want to give it just I don't want to call it a quest type here. I just want to call it a quest. Let's do that. Yeah. In my head, I want like a I'm thinking about like a maybe like having like a wizard girl as the the quest giver. And then she is like the model that like, and there's a viewport frame and she has to, like animations she does in the quest or something, or like the dialogue box. I want to add a sound handler, maybe? Let's do a sound handler. So let's go to our replicated storage here. We're going to give this a sound handler. And we're going to give it a modular object, and we're going to also go ahead and go to an event, and let's do get sound event. We are going to now require replicated storage here, and we're also going to require local or const events. So you're going to local events, or local sound event. So when this loads, we actually don't want to do anything, right? Other than just like get the create listener. I'm a little drunk, so hopefully that won't affect my programming ability. Sound event dot on client on client event connect. function. I'm gonna play sound. So we're gonna get a sound ID. So we need to make sure we actually get the right audio settings. So we're going to actually go ahead and we're going to do this. Variable local master volume equals we'll just default this to local function update volume. We're going to we are going to acquire our data here. So now what we could do is data dot master volume. We are actually going to do master volume is equal to we're going to do actually data wait, or we actually don't need to do that now that I think about it. Data master volume. Alright, so let's go function, get adjusted. Music. Yeah. That should do. Actually want this to be in, let's get the local player right now. What do you mean? Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do local player dot player geo. I'm gonna actually make a folder in the player GUI called sounds. And we are going to go ahead and clear that out. Yeah. So now, when we join that, let's do print sound settings update. We're actually going to do data dot master volume dot change connect update volume, and then we're just going to do all that. And now that should, in theory, sound settings updated. Hell yes. We do have an error though regarding connect, but let me actually look at the profile service typed. Give me the doc. Pretty sure that's what it is. Libraries. Data service, not profile service. Functions, cool. Let's see what we're doing wrong here. Let's see here. Data service types. Listen. Oh, we just... So, how does this work? Function. I see now. So all we have to do is actually just function value. Yeah. I don't need connect. And actually, we can do, no we can't, but we can do this. I actually don't need these functions, do I? Let's just update the raw value. What am I doing? Actually, no, this is fine. Because we still need to grab the values, right? But we can just change it from here. So we're going to actually rename this to initialize. That way it's a little bit more intuitive then we're going to do everything here as well. So now it should work. Infinite yield on sounds. How come my player wasn't loading for some reason? Sunset's updated. Cool. We're actually gonna. Yeah, let's do that. So what I want to do actually is just in here. Let's do. Module object, folder or services. Why am I calling that? Holy fuck, I'm stupid. We want to call replicated storage, right? No. We need to call our data. That's right. But yeah, that works. But we also need to call players. So data.service on a player. I forgot how I did that. Yeah. I'm already calling that initialize, but so we can actually get rid of the data here. We're not going to use it. And we're going to actually do a wait task. Wait one data dot master volume. And yeah, we'll just set that to 1. We'll just see if that works. My master volume was changed, so that ran too fast, so we're gonna wait for like 10 seconds. We're gonna just say 4. So it should say it has updated to 4 once the player loads. Okay, I just need to actually like straight up call a function. We'll do that. There we go. Master volume 0.5. Nice. Now I can remove this clause, and we're going to just do a. We can probably reuse a event here. So we're gonna do. We're just gonna do it normally because we're not actually gonna care about requirement, right? Replicated storage, remotes, or events, dot. Sound event, yeah, we'll do that. Connect but on server event connect value or function player value. So we're gonna just do God, I'm so goddamn. I'm burning up. I hate this weather. We're gonna do data dot service wait for data player. Is this return data? Yeah. Data dot volume. That should do, and so that will actually update the client. Now we just need a client to call out, so we're just going to go back to our sound handler, and just on the, let's see, we're just going to have all that has to initialize, so let's just do sound event fire server, and we're just going to give it 10. Yep, master volume updated to 10. Fuck yes. That's working. So when the player joins again. What is this? Oh. It looks like you left. Yeah, that works. So now that's out. That clause is out. Cool. So sound is now working. We just need to verify that the player can actually get a sound. So, let's see. Do I have a test ID? I probably should bring back that code. Going to fire server. We're gonna just give it. Why am I isn't? Fuck. Yeah, dude, I'm a little tipsy. Okay. Let's just do. Let's look at the toolbox. What is our lucky sound? Don't I have just a random sound that I could use? No. My audio. We'll do the Tatinas song. We're gonna copy that. User is not authorized to access the asset. Well. Yeah, that works. Sound ID. I'm gonna make sure it just takes a regular sound ID because that would be a little annoying to store all the IDs and code. I'm just gonna keep that. Temp read failed. Let's go to that error. Should be using a content string instead of an ID. Let's do this. Let's see. We're gonna cast string or number. And then sound ID is equal to if sound ID type of sound ID is not equal to string, then sound ID there we go. So now the player should hear it. Yeah, it does not go in the right folder though. I wonder why. Oh wait, no, it's fucking player 2. You really do forget how to program electronic, huh? Volume 1.5. Nice. That's my sound handler. Banger song, by the way. Those Totinos. Everybody's talking about Totinos. Totinos. Hot pizzas, rolls, burritos, Doritos. Oh, we go. Alright, that's enough of that. So now we have a functioning audio handler. We haven't done anything about the music yet because we actually don't care about that right now. So let's go ahead and fix that so we don't actually break that. So we now have audio. So what else do we need to work on? We could work on a basic quest to text system, or like a fucking dialogue system. I might work on that. Or we can maybe model a axe or a hoe or something in Blender, but no, we can do that. Let's do some Blender models. I've been recently learning Blender, so hopefully I can do something with it. Let's see here. Let's make probably the default handle, right? I think that's a valid item to make. So let's go ahead and maybe I want to do a curve, like a path. We can do G. Actually, maybe I want to rotate that path over to the it's not the right axis. Y-axis. I want it to be 90 degrees probably. 90 degrees on this axis. Yeah, no, let's not do that. We can just do a shape. longer. Yeah, let's scale that down to scale it on the Z or the Z axis. Sorry, not that. We could do X. How do we do multiple? That's how you do multiple. So we can do G, S, Shift C and X, and then that, or not X, or not Z, whatever scale, Z goes there. So we do Y and X, or not X, Y and Z. Make this thing fucking thin as hell. And yeah, let's just go in. We have a stick here. I want to approach a stick, probably object edit mode. Let's maybe it should be better if I just actually, instead of doing it like this, let's go ahead and actually delete this, and let's import. Let's see, what the fuck was I doing? Oh yeah, let's get a basic player model. Let's see, model or setup. We just need a character, so let's give me an R6 rig, just a block avatar. And I want to actually just only keep the left arm, or right arm. That's all we need to keep. And am I able to export this as a OBJ? Oh, I need to actually go to humanoid, don't I? Let's export this as an OBJ now. It wants to. Alright. Am I supposed to get a screen or something? As OBJ. Huh. That's not working. Wonder why. Unless it's somewhere in my... I could just make a Roblox arm. Roblox arm dimensions. Yeah, let's do that. So we go ahead and make a cube, and we're going to actually give it, fuck, yeah, we can just kill it. We're going to make a mesh cube, we're going to give it the real world, so I'm just going to give it 280, and then we're going to go over to our object here. I'm going to go, where is our object scale Y. We're going to give this to scale. That's our Roblox arm. Assuming I am not misled. So let's go ahead and G. We're going to put that on the Y axis. I'm just going to put that there. I want to now go ahead and insert a mesh. We're going to insert a cylinder here. We're going to scale it down until this looks right. I'm actually going to move this over more on the Y axis so that this meets up the middle. And I want it to at least look realistic, so we're going to get 3 on here. We're going to export this. scale this out. We're going to hit G. I'm just going to put a little bit of randomization on it. Deselected. I should put this over. We're going to also give it like a little bit of randomized. And we're also probably going to rotate that more. Going to scale this down a little more, and I'm going to rotate it randomly. I'm going to give it a bit of a geometry finish. I'm going to scale this down again. I want it to like look like a stick. Yeah, let's give it like some wicked turns. It's a little too sharp. Let's move it a little closer like that. Let's rotate it. It's like, honestly, it's a dumb going to the wireframe. I'm going to snap this to there, and I'm going to snap the rotation to the Z axis. So now we can. Place. I don't really like what I'm looking at, but just Control A or A this, and we're going to G, and then we're going to do it on the Z axis. We're going to move it down a little bit, so it looks a little bit like natural in the hand. And we are going to scale this down. We're actually going to go ahead and probably like a wireframe maybe. Or we can do sculpt maybe. Never actually tried sculpting on Blender, so it's let's see. Let's do some flattening. A stick and not like a jagged whatever mess this is. It's not really turning out very well, but that's fine. Let's bring it out a little more, maybe especially like on the edges here. This is just moving it, but that's fine. Let me actually do a lot of that, like jaggedness I've done to it. We're actually going to probably bring it out a little more. looks terrible though. Probably clay thumb actually, right? Oh fuck, that's intense. Let's reduce the intensity there. Oh yes, I screw up my geometry all the time, kind of. Deal. That's a little too small. It's a little too jagged, I think, but whatever. Unless the modifier can probably do wonders. So let's go over to and my modifier generates subdivision surface. Probably hit it twice. Kinda looks like a screwdriver. Let's try to bring out that edge a little bit better. If it wants to. It doesn't want to. Man, I suck at butter. Maybe I shouldn't even... Maybe I should come back to this one a little bit better. I'm looking at what it's doing with the up, like the area up here though. Although I'd probably flip it over. No, like I'm looking at it because like this could be a good like handle or like top part, and this could be more jack. Ugh. So we're gonna actually like start trying to pull this out maybe. Let's go ahead and let's grab it. Pull it apart maybe a little more, get the thickness out. Let's go back to layout and let's just rotate it over the let's do a little bit of that. Let's rotate it over the x-axis so that we have a usable thing. We're going to grab it and move it over to the z-axis. To probably fix whatever this mesh is, so let's go to vertices and let's just pull it out a little bit. Oh, or actually sculpting. Let's see the doing anything now. That's cool. Let's see, is there a fix jagged converted vertices. Let's see, is there a... Maybe I want to make a, so that, like whatever mess I have, I'll grab the face maybe. I do a edge cut. Maybe I just like focus solely on that point and maybe like delete that vertice. That's a little jagged. Oh my. Like the mesh itself looks okay, but just this top part is driving me insane. Yeah, maybe we could do like that, where we have it a ball right here or something. But man, does it kind of look a little too large though? You know, we'll come back to Blender. Let's just keep coding. I'm still a beginner in Blender, so I'll have to do later. Let's go ahead and start working on maybe getting the... Let's do some... I don't know. Some... What do I typically need whenever I do something like this? I probably want to get... I've been streaming for an hour. I'm gonna probably call it